Hey y'all, come on in, say hey. You see that? Don't mind that. I know my eyebrow is peeling. It's gonna completely peel off. It's gonna be bad. So I have to come on here before it completely peels off and say hey and get this out the way. And hopefully by next week it will be gone. My eyebrows will be back in there nice and chunky and perfect. But I want to give a huge shout out to Brene Jade for getting my eyebrows right. I got them tattooed on. You see me? They're dark. I know they're dark, but they still so cute. I love them. They're like so perfect. Okay, so I always like to start these things out. First off, like, share, and comment. Say hey. Say where you're calling from, where you're tuning in from. I'm already talking with my hands, but I'm gonna try not to do so much of talking with my hands, which I always do. My hands over here just moving. But hey y'all, I hope you guys are having a great day. We are gonna be talking today about gotta get my notes. We're going to be talking about purchasing a car without dropping your credit score, because it is necessary to understand what you can do to not have it happen to you. But first, I'd like to start everything out with talking first without making this fall. With talking about what's going on inside of the Business Hub and Legacy Financial Services. So if you guys have not seen, the walls are officially up and ready to go. We got our electrician coming out. The floor is being put in. Next week, we start the second part of construction, and hopefully a week after. Oh, I got to get the furniture. We got to get furniture in also and set up. But 2-3 weeks. It looks like it's going to be April. We will be good to go. I'm just glad because, like, I had already put stuff in motion, but everything was not falling into place. And the last call I got today was really, really great. So, yes, things are moving along. Another thing I wanted to know is I do not always check my messenger. And when I do, I kind of forget, like, what happened in the messenger on Facebook Messenger. So if you have reached out about getting an office space, please, please, please send me another DM. If you have reached out about getting an office space, send me another DM. All right, if you are interested. We are going to have good rates. It's going to be a brand new, fresh place. It's going to look amazing. And on top of that, you're going to be in a business hub with a whole bunch of other business owners. So there's a lot of stuff coming around. And if you haven't already, send me a DM for the dedicated space. Even for the monthly memberships, if you're interested in that, send me a DM so we can get you on the list. I'm going to actually put together a list this time of people who are interested in it. So we are going to have monthly memberships. And we will also have dedicated space, so you can rent by the month, all right? So there's going to be a 6-month and a year lease. Then we have the monthly memberships, which are going to be at a lower cost. But send me a DM. Just say, I am interested. Actually, do the DM, and then give me your email, please. So, all right, we're going to get into this thing. I wanted to come and talk to you guys. I have pushed this out as far as possible. People are starting to get their tax refund money, and I was like, no. We're going to skip the one that we were going to do before, and we're going to do the car one this week, because you need to know this before you go buy a car, okay? I am tired of seeing people go buy cars. First off, go buy cars that, they're not up to par. They barely last a year. I don't like it. I've never liked it. It drives me crazy. I'm like, why are you spending money on the car that's not gonna benefit you? All right, that drives me crazy. And then the other thing that drives me crazy, when I get a credit report, listen, y'all. Biggest pet peeve. When I get a credit report and there's like 50 entries from trying to purchase a car, and on top of that, you still didn't get the car. Oh my goodness, it drives me crazy. I'm like, oh, first off, you're hurting yourself even more. You're dropping your score, but you still didn't even get the car. There's different ways to go about purchasing. One way that I'm going to talk about 3 different things that you can do. All right. And I want to put a disclaimer out there. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm looking at my notes too. I'm not trying to be mean. I just want you to know that I'm just trying to keep it real with y'all, because at the end of the day, if you go purchase a car and you get 12, 15, I've seen 50. We counted them, me and the team. 50 inquiries. It wasn't all on the same day, but still, just 50 from trying to buy a car within the same month, a couple of days apart from each other. Got denied at one place, went to another place, got denied at that place, went to another place, and you ended up 50 inquiries. I don't like it. So, purchasing a car, let's talk about what people hear a lot of times. They try to reel you in and say purchasing a car is going to help build your credit. Like, it can, just because you're going to have a new account. It's not as big as, just getting a credit card and trying to build it. But if you're going to get a car, if you're destined, like, I'm going to get a car, I need a car, whatever the situation is, you need to understand how to go about that without dropping your credit score. And let me just tell you, number one thing, I'm telling you guys, I'm the nicest person in the world, so I'm not trying to be mean. Do not take this personal. I am trying to educate you on not dropping your credit score. Okay? So, number one is, don't start looking for a car if you've got bad credit. Ugh, I said it. I'm sorry. I said it. But you can look for a car with bad credit. You're just going to get a car that's not even worth it, and you're going to be wasting your money. So I like to save money. I like to make my money count. And like, cars that you can get with bad credit are cars that kind of aren't even worth it majority of the time. You can go to a place, on top of that, they're going to get super high interest. If you do go to a place and they approve you, they're going to give you high interest. You're going to be paying 20-something%. Do you know how, I should have did that calculation. We're going to do a calculation later. And I'm going to drop how much interest you pay with a lower credit score and a higher interest. Lower credit score and a higher interest. That's what I'm going to do. Okay. And then how much you pay with a higher credit score and a lower interest. We're going to do the swaps. But I'm going to drop that because I have that. I send that out to everybody that joins the Credit Accelerator Program. But at the end of the day, if you're looking for a car, at least try to get your credit score up as high as possible before you do so you get a better interest rate. But it's not really worth the money to go buy a car with a low credit score, and now your interest rate is going to be a lot higher. Okay, so that's number one. I'm going to keep this short and simple today. Do not go... Listen, if you go buy a car, I'm going to say it again. If you go buy a car with a low credit score, you're going to get a higher interest rate. So, number one is basically get your credit score higher before you go look for the car. Plan ahead. That's all it is, planning ahead. So, easy work. That was a good one. Remember, I'm the nicest person you will ever meet. Okay? I am not trying to be mean. I'm just trying to keep it real with y'all and let y'all know. Like, you don't have to drop your credit score to buy a car. Okay? So, that was number one. Number two is something I personally do. I highly recommend everybody do this before you go and do anything at a dealership. All right? So, to not drop your score, keep your credit nice where it is and not drop your credit score when you're looking to purchase a car. Number two is get pre-approved through a credit union. Okay? If you don't have a credit union that you work with now, they give great interest rates. All right. So I'm going to drop that. Yeah, you guys need to understand how much you're paying in interest when you buy a car. And that will help, help you understand like why the interest rate is so critical and why your credit score needs to be higher to get those interest rates. So number 2 is basically go to a credit union. I don't care what credit union it is. Sorry, I thought I was rolling. I don't care what credit union it is. As long as it says ABC Credit Union, go and get pre-approved. You could try with the lower credit score too. And even if you don't do number 1, okay, go get the car. But start at the credit union. Don't just go to the dealership. Start at the credit union, see what interest rate they can give you. And then first, they got to approve you. But see what interest rate they can give you, get approved there. The credit union's only going to offer you their one product for a car. Okay? They typically don't work with other places. They're not going to try to sell it off. They're going to keep business in-house and get you a loan through them. So if you can get a loan through a credit union, do that, okay? If the first one doesn't approve you, go to 2 more. All right, I want you to go to up to 3 credit unions, maybe 4, and see if you can get approved. That's going to tell you, it's kind of going to tell you, I'm not mean. I promise you I'm the nicest person. But if you can't get approved through a credit union, it's probably telling you shouldn't go buy a car. All right. But what that's doing is you are only running your credit 1 time at that credit union. So if you go to 4, you only running it 4 times. Right. Now, let's just say you don't get approved through the credit union. You're like, Sabrina told me this, but I'm still going to go do it. And you go to the dealership. This is what you can do at the dealership. All right. So you've done what I said. You already got 4 inquiries. And what's going to drop your credit score is those inquiries. Because when you start getting multiple inquiries, your credit score will plummet. They're like, oh, they're out looking for credit. Boom. Not today. I've seen it happen. But, so let's just say you don't listen and you go to the 4, they still deny you, and you're like, listen, I'm just going to go to the dealership anyway and run my luck there. Number 3, I told you I'm not going to keep y'all long. Number 3 is if you do go to the dealership, if you do, hopefully you don't have to. Hopefully you listened, you got your credit score up, and then on number 2, you got pre-approved at the credit union. But if that didn't work and you do number 3, when you go to that dealership, only authorize them to run your credit 3 times. Okay? So typically what happens is they say, hey, let's do an application. Let me know how much you're going to pay. Let me know how much you make, all that good stuff, so they can do your application. And they're going to say, what's your social so I can run your credit? Let's see what you're working with. And they're going to tell you, like, I can't give you an amount until I run your credit, because that interest rate is going to make or break you based off of your credit score. So when you go in there and you do that application, you want to authorize only 3 times for them to run your credit. Now, if you went to all those credit unions, you're already going to have 4 hit your report. And if you authorize 3, I would only authorize 2 at this point. But if you only went to 1 credit union, you only got 1 inquiry. But if you just go straight to the dealership, no credit union, you're going to authorize 3. Okay? 3 times for them to run your credit. Ooh, my notes fell. 3 times. And I'm only saying 3, like you could do a little bit more, but the goal is for you not to drop your credit. So 3 times could actually drop it, but I know you're steadfast on getting that car. So the thing we're trying to stop is them running it multiple times. So they're going to take your application. They're going to ask you how much you make. They're going to ask you how much is your down payment. They're going to ask you for your social. They're going to say, okay, let me go talk to the guy and let's see what you qualify for. But before they leave, before they take that application, tell them you only authorize it for 3 times for them to run your credit score or run your credit. Okay? Because they're going to shoot your application out to multiple businesses to try to see which lender is going to give you a loan. Okay? They already know that you could get approved with bank number 2, but they might try other banks to see if they can get you there. You know, sometimes people are in fiduciary, so they're not looking out for your best interest. They are trying to get their money, so they're going to submit to the higher banks first that will pay for your application, for their business. That's what happens. All right. So they're going to go to different places. They're going to shoot your application out. But if you tell them like don't run it multiple times, it could take 10 times before they get the application that they want to get. So you tell them only run it 3 times. You know what they're going to do? They're going to switch things up. They're only going to send it out to, you know, the ones that they know that'll approve bad credit. Okay. So, that's just my tidbit. Because I bring in the credit reports and I look at them and I've seen somebody 20 times one time, but overall 50 from different places because they couldn't get approved. So, you know, what you guys can do, how to not drop your credit scores, is authorize a certain amount on that last one. If you go to the dealership, tell them only run it 3 times. They are not permitted to run it over that. And they will figure it out real quick because they want your business. Okay? So if they can't get you authorized, walk out. Please walk out, because it's going to be even higher credit score, because if you can't get authorized with the people that they know typically approves bad credit, you might not even get the car. So I'm just trying to help you out so you don't go and do something crazy. All right, y'all. So I told you I'm gonna keep this short. I wanted to bring that to you. Make sure that you are doing these steps. If you need help with your credit, we have a special going on right now, $99 to get signed up. It typically takes about 4 to 6 months to go through the program and get a higher credit score. But at least you're working on your credit before you go buy the car. Okay? So, something to think about. But if you guys ever want us to just give you a plan of action, you don't even got to sign up. You can go to excelyourcredit.com. At the bottom, there's going to be a link that says schedule a free consultation. I do free consultations all the time. I give you a strategy. I give you what's best for you. I will let you know about our program, and I will tell you before you get off the phone, this is what you need to do. So, free consultations, 15-minute consultations, and you get a strategy for free. All right? So regardless of if you do anything with my Credit Accelerator program, I still got you. All right, y'all. We are done. I think that was good. Let me know. But yeah, I'm looking over my notes just to make sure I got all the points that I wanted to give you guys. So 1, make sure you got work on your credit before you even go in. Number 2, get pre-approved at a credit union. And number 3, if you go in, only authorize them to run your credit 3 times. All right? That's how you take control of the situation and keep your credit score where it is and not drop it because you're trying to get a car. All right, so that's all I got for you guys. If you haven't already joined the mailing list, I'll drop that link too. I'll have a whole bunch of links for y'all. But check the page out. I'm going live every Thursday. I got some hot topics and well, it is March, but the rest of March. I got some good stuff that I got for you guys. So definitely tune in. If you want to see the prior ones, they are somewhere on my page. So go ahead and check those out too. But I hope you guys have an awesome day. I kept this under 20 minutes. High five. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.